Welcome to the Online Success Journey Podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey Podcast, Patience.
The Online Success Journey continues with episode 287. Every guest shares the path that took them to success. So you'll want to subscribe right now and ensure you never miss a journey. I post at least one journey each week, and I would love for you to join me. Joining us today is Agnese Rudzate, the next level success strategist for six-figure coaching business. Her passion is to help women work smarter, not harder, to maintain the success they have created. Hello, Agnese.
Hi, Patience. Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited.
Thank you for coming. I know my audience are excited to hear your story, but just by telling us one thing, we are going to learn from you today that will help us on our journey to success.
What you can learn from me today is how to truly leverage your time and go from that place of silly busy to strategic and smart.
Wow, thank you. I'll be looking forward to that. Let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my audience a bit about your background, about what you did before you started your own online business?
Yes, of course. I would love to share my journey. I actually started out as a quality manager in a privately owned company back in Latvia. This is where I'm from. I'm currently living in Switzerland, and it just amazes me how you really need a laptop and a Wi-Fi to create an impact. So my journey as a quality manager really gave me a good insight into structure, into systems and processes that can truly level up your business without actually spending more time on things, but to truly leverage what you already have is just how you can do things better. Because the women that I work with, they have already created a great success for themselves financially. However, if they would like to level up and scale, they would have to get busier. But we all have 24 hours in a day. No one has more, right? So it's really a matter of working smarter. And I followed my path to my intuition to become a coach, because this approach into creating an impact and helping women has really spoken to me in many different ways. And I started with empowerment coaching because I felt like it was truly something that I could help women with. And now is just a natural turn of events that I have become a productivity strategist, because I'm able to combine what I learned as a quality manager and as an empowerment coach, and now put all of those things together to help women get less busy and just work less and enjoy their life more, create more balance.
Wow, what a background, Agnese. Wow, I know you wanted to help women, but why do you do what you do?
I think it's a conscious decision that I have made to really use my skills, my talent, my experience, and my passion into this combined kind of mixed product that I have, where I do group coaching and one-on-one coaching. And it has taken me some time to realize how would that look. And I'm really happy to find the place where I am now, where I can actually use all of those knowledge. Like, for example, I used to think that being organized is not my best asset, It's the perfectionist in me and all of those things that have kind of blocked me in the past. But now I really see them lighting things up and really moving me forward in the business. So I have come to learn to really embrace those perfect imperfections in me to really help women in many different ways and aspects.
Thank you. Let's put man aside. How do you know you are successful?
I think it all comes down to what you want in life and what your goals are. For me, I want to spend time with my son, and it's important for me. And this is how I know that if I can provide for him and I can be there for him, then I'm where I need to be.
How do you support your clients to go from the hot mess to the fire in 3 months?
Yes, this is through my mentorship program, Less is More. And actually, Less is More, I chose the title for a reason. This is what I truly stand for in my coaching and in my life in general. I like minimalism and things that are simple. I don't like to overcomplicate things. And this is a big part in my mentorship program. I like to simplify things. And it all starts with knowing and having a really clear perspective on foundations. So what is the goal? What is your vision? Because if that foundation is not clear, you will not be able to work less, to reduce your working hours without sabotaging that success. Because this is not what we want. We don't just want to get less busy. We don't just want to work less. What we want is to create a more better impact while working less. And so prioritizing is really the first step into understanding and knowing what are you there to do. Because I have seen so many women that think that everything is important in their business. And it might be true, but it doesn't mean that you have to do all of those important things. Because obviously your business would not be your business without accounting, without marketing and all of those aspects. But it doesn't mean that you need to get full on with all of those things, because not everything is your zone of genius. And to understand what is, that's truly the goal, because then you are able to prioritize better, delegate better. Then you're able to plan and schedule things according to your needs, according to your productivity flow, and according to your zone of genius. Because if you spend time on creating, let's say, Canva graphics for 2 hours a day, while you could be booking client calls, that's a waste of your zone of genius. That's a waste of your time. So prioritizing comes in really handy at the beginning. And then we move forward with other aspects, like result-based actions, the processes that we really look into, because I'm not coming into the business and telling them what they need to do, or I'm not reinventing the wheel, as I say. I'm working with what they have, because obviously things that they are doing are working. They have been working until now. But then if you want to level up without getting busier, obviously it requires some changes.
You've been in business for a long time. What have you learned from business as a whole?
So what I have learned in business, that every business owner and myself as well, we need to learn how to embrace the change. Because if there's one thing constant, it's change. So to truly leverage that what you have and going with it, because who could have thought that suddenly you would be on the lockdown, everybody would be wearing masks, and all the restaurants would be closed? No one could ever think about that. Yet people are so keen to create 5-year plans, 10-year plans, but you can never know what can go wrong, really. You can plan, but then if things don't go according to the plan, all you will do to yourself, you will get disappointed. So in business, I've learned to plan max 1 year ahead. And this is really what I go by, to really embrace the change.
Tell my audience about the magic moment, the day it suddenly all went right for you.
I don't think there was a day or a magic moment. I think all of the things that I have done has been leading up, and they are still leading up to success that I'm creating for myself, because I'm in constant process. I'm in constant leveraging my time as well, and in constant growth. When was the time when I thought, yes, that is it? I think it's the feeling inside when you understand that things that you are doing are creating an impact. And that is, I can't explain this inside feeling, but it just feels so good that things align, things that you have wished for and that you can actually see in real life results, I think this is that moment.
But can anyone be an entrepreneur, or are some people more cut out for it than others?
I think we all have a place in the world, and not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody can be a business owner. I do believe it requires certain skill set and certain mindset. And actually, this is why I touch mindset a lot in my training as well, because you can implement and you can have the best ideas in the world, but if they're not in alignment with your beliefs, then you will not be able to achieve them. And some people are so much better to go to work and do their 9 to 5, and they are happy. And it all comes down to really being happy, I think, about what you do and the impact that you create. And if that's you, if you're an entrepreneur, if you work at the cafe, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What is the most dangerous belief an entrepreneur can have?
I think it's the belief that you can't do it, because we are in charge of everything that's happening to us, of our decisions, our actions, our thoughts. So the most dangerous belief that you can have is the disbelief in yourself, because who else will believe in you if not you? So we should take charge. We should take responsibility for our decisions and our actions and our thoughts, and really be in charge of ourselves and finally starting to believe our abilities.
Why do you think women struggle with finding a balance? Is there a commonality you've seen between your clients?
Women, we from nature we're natural caregivers. We like to help everyone. We like to support others, and we like to be there. However, we can only give that much. So this is where the balance disappears. And this is very common for women, to give, to multitask, to put other needs before their own. But what I like to point out is that by continuously giving, you not only exhaust yourself, but you get used to it. And that's a dangerous place to be, because we all start our business, we want to have financial independence. We want to have maybe location freedom. We want to have this time freedom. It's all about that freedom. However, if you continue to give, what you're doing is you're exhausting yourself. You're constantly overwhelmed. You have too many things on your plate. You struggle to focus because everything seems important and needs to be addressed right away. But it's just not the point. So this approach only leads to decreased service quality, which is something that we don't want, right? And eventually, we also do not want burnout. So let's stop giving, but filling our cup first, so we can then overflow and give so much more, so much better service, and just be better for our families, our friends, and everyone around us. This is obviously a work in progress to get clarity and processes that do actually bring results instead of, wasting your time and money. So this is where the 2-letter word no comes in very handy. And you need to learn to say no. And you can also do it politely. It doesn't have to be in a rude way, but it's something that we need to learn, something that we know and we have heard, yet we struggle to implement. But how can you really get down to, let's say, 4-hour work days, or how you can cut down your working hours without saying no, right?
How do you make yourself get back on track when something goes wrong?
This really comes down to your initial vision, your initial goals. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? The women that I work with, they sometimes even have that thought, is it really worth it? Because when you're that busy, it seems like the world is just falling apart. You might have the money, but it doesn't seem worth it because you have no life outside your work. You're constantly thinking and rethinking and then thinking a little bit again. And while spending time with your family, let's say, or with your husband, with your kids, you might be sitting on your phone doing calls and, being distracted and never being fully there for other things that you really enjoy doing. So putting things into perspective, what I like to do is I like to step back, take a deep breath in, and really center my thoughts, because when something is off, when something is in balance, when something is not right. So in those moments, if I could suggest to just step back, take a deep breath in, and really center your thoughts, ground yourself, and look at your I'm sure everybody has some kind of mission statement or vision board to really help yourself to get into that state of understanding, why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? And then you see things very clearly. This puts things into better perspective and helps you to really ground yourself into prioritize better.
What is one thing that has contributed to your success?
For me, I believe it is coaching that I have gone through myself, because I truly believe that, and this is really related to myself as well, that we all tend to sometimes get in our heads too much. And this is where outside perspective comes in really handy. So to looking and listening and learning from the people who have already been where you want to be has been really a key to my success, because learning from experience, what can be better? Because obviously you cannot know it all, but to have somebody to guide you, to mentor you, and to really help you to understand things from a different perspective, from maybe a more clear perspective, can really help you leverage your business.
What are you still doing in the way you work that you just know you have to stop doing?
Oh, this is a great question. I love your questions. What I believe I have to work on and what I've been slipping is my morning routine. This is something that I wouldn't say struggle with, but this is definitely something that I need to work on, because I'm a true believer that morning is what you do in the morning sets up your day. So if I'm deciding not to exercise this morning, or not to meditate, or not to do other things, I have seen effect on the rest of my day, on my business, on my mood. However, I tend to still procrastinate on certain things. So I feel like I have to switch things up in my morning routine to give me more options of joyous activities that I could do to really set my day up for success.
What grounds you?
Meditation. I have even created 10-track meditation album myself with specific frequencies and tones to ground, to have better clarity, to have clearer thoughts and less busy mind, because this is really what it comes down to. We are thinking so many things every single day. There are so many distractions coming from different ways. But the truth is, we are in charge. We are in charge of a lot of these things, letting them into our lives. So meditation has definitely been grounding me and helping me to stay focused, to stay on the path where I'm supposed to be, and to give me inside guidance, to trust myself, to trust my intuition.
You mentioned that you have been mentored before. What is the most valuable thing your mentors has told you?
I'm working currently with such an amazing coach and mentor, and everything that she does is something that I look up to, and that I want to step into that at some point in the future. And one thing that I have learned from her that has been very valuable to me is that we know better. No outside noise, no outside suggestions will ever know exactly what we need. We know better what we need for our business. Yes, outside perspective can be very handy if you're confused, if you don't have clarity. However, when you're making decisions, you are in charge of that. You are in charge of steering that wheel of your business on your own terms.
What is one thing no one knows about you?
One thing no one knows about me. I think I've been quite honest about myself. However, I have decided to start a 30-day challenge to be more vulnerable. I will start it from 1st of March and share things that I haven't been sharing before. But to know more, let's say, fun facts about me, I have actually written a blog. You can look at it at my homepage, agneserudzate.com/blog. And you can read 20 things that I'm sure nobody knew about me. So I'm looking forward to hear everyone's feedback on that.
And what is this challenge entails? Are you going to be recording one challenge every day, or how is this going to go?
So I have taken this challenge. It's for 30 days. What I will be doing, I will be sharing things on my Facebook profile, on my personal Facebook profile. These will be live videos. These can be recorded videos and also posts.
Wow. Yeah, let's talk about your business. Tell us more about it.
Yes, so I'm a productivity strategist. So I'm a coach. What I have created is a 3-month mentorship program for women to leverage their time. So this is my business. This is how I help women, and I love it.
Wow. Where can we find your program, and how can we connect with you?
You can always get in touch with me on my personal Facebook or my business Facebook, or visit my page, my homepage, agneserudzate.com, and you can find all the information there as well. But the easiest way really is to use Facebook.
Who's your clientele?
I work with 6-figure coaching businesses, with women who are at certain level in their business. They have achieved certain level of their financial success, yet they want to create more impact. They know that they have destined for more. But as I said at the beginning, we all have 24 hours in the day. So to get more, to get better impact, that would mean you have to work more. And this is not what I'm about. So I'm here to leverage that time and really help to work smarter and level up without getting busier.
So there will be more from Agnes in a moment. If you are listening to this on a podcast platform and you are encouraging Agnes' journey, please go to our website at onlinesuccessjourney.com. The site has tons of audio clips from hundreds of successful entrepreneurs' guests' journey, all there to help you find a path for your own online success journey. The site offers exclusive members-only content, and you can join absolutely free and be part of this amazing online success community today. Check it out. That's onlinesuccessjourney.com. Now, Agnes, I would love for you to share more with my audience if you are up for it.
Yes, of course.
If your business was down to its last $100, how would you invest it?
If my business would be down to last $100 at the space where I'm now, with the knowledge that I have now, because I can't really lose anything because I have the knowledge. So I would probably invest it into guidance, into mentorship, into some kind of advice, or to help me to level up and get unstuck.
What is the best business book you have ever read?
Best business book. I have read quite several books. One that's in my mind at the moment, and it's not a business book. It's about productivity. And since I'm a productivity coach, this is those types of books that I'm also reading. And I really enjoyed Tim Ferriss' 4-Hour Workweek book. I like the approach that he provides, and it has really been inspiring me to leverage time better.
If you are going to keep a note to yourself in your handbag every day, what would be written on it?
Do it anyways.
What is your next chapter?
My next chapter is actually I'm on the path to write a book, and this is something that has been on my mind. So I'm trying to leverage that idea and to really move forward with it.
Do you feel like you succeeded, or like you are only on the way?
I definitely think that I have succeeded at certain level that I wanted to, but there's always more. There is always more.
Remind us how we can connect with you.
You can always find me on my Facebook by searching my name, Agnese Rudzate, and on my homepage, agneserudzate.com.
Agnes, it's been great to have you here to share your online success journey with us.
Thank you very much, Patience, for having me. I'm so grateful to be here and share my story and my knowledge and my experience.
Thank you. That's a wrap. Remember, success is a journey. Patience and Agnes.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to Patience and her guest and want you to know there are hundreds of episodes available at onlinesuccessjourney.com. Patience would like to thank you for listening to the podcast, and she has a free gift for you on her website, including an audio compilation of her guests' best tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. Additionally, there are special clips of over 250 episodes that have never aired on the podcast, and they're only available to members of the Online Success Journey. Check the website and click on Join Now to get free and instant access. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path, so make sure you're subscribed on your favorite platform to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the Online Success Journey and listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review the podcast at iTunes and other sites. We appreciate your help and your willingness to share your journey. One last thing. If you're feeling a bit lost or overwhelmed on your own journey, Patience can help. Check out her course on clarity while you're at the website. Finding clarity is a great way to get back on the right path. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.